Hello, welcome back. Tonight I have a beer from Black Donnelly's Brewing Company, Mitchell, Ontario, Canada, just outside of town there. And this one's called Roman Line Lager. It is 4.6%. And let's get into it. Troubles Brewing. I got a trademark. I assume it'll be a lighter color. And apparently I forgot how to pour beer. Looks good. Lots of carbonation. I'll just try it out of the can. Oh yeah. Nice easy drinking beer there. And Roman Line is I'm just guessing, but it's probably where the Black Donnellys live, on that road out near Lucan. And Roman reminds me of maybe Roman Catholic, a little bit of religion. And one day, a gentleman comes into a church, and priest sees him, and he goes over to him and says, "Hey, can I help you?" And man says, "Yeah, my life dream to be able to ring the church bell." And the priest looks the man over, and he notices he's got no arms. He says, "Well, that's going to be a little bit difficult, because I see that you don't have any arms, and to ring the bell, you got to pull the rope." And the gentleman says, "Yeah, I've been thinking about that, though." He says, "I think I've got a way that I can ring the bell without pulling the rope." So the priest says, "Well, I think we could give it a try. It's almost time to ring the bell anyway. So what do you have in mind?" And the guy says, "Well, we got to go right up to the steeple, right up to the bell." The priest is like, "All right." So they climb up the stairs to the bell. And when it's time, the guy bends over at the waist, and he leans back, and then he leans forward again and smashes the bell with his head. He's all a little dizzy and dazed, and when the bell comes back, it knocks him right out of the steeple onto the ground, and he dies. And all the commotion, all the people around town, they're running around looking. Priest comes down. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it." And there's a guy standing there, and he says, "Father," says, "do you know this man?" And the priest says, "No, I don't, but his face rings a bell." So then everything's fine. Like a week later, another guy shows up at the church, and the priest sees him, and he's like, "Man, that looks like the guy that was here last week that died." So he goes down. He says, "Can I help you?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "My brother was here last week. We're identical twins." And the priest says, "Well, you don't have arms either. That's amazing." He goes, "Yeah, well, my brother and I, we both had this dream of ringing the church bell. And he got to ring it last week, and I heard the unfortunate story, and I thought I'd come and I'd give it a try." And the priest says, "Well, it's kind of like your brother. You don't have any arms, so you can't pull the rope to ring the bell." The guy says, "Yeah, but I think I got away. If you can just take me up to the bell." And the priest is like, "Oh, here we go again." So anyways, we get up to the bell, and when it's time, the guy leans back at the waist and boom, cracks it with his head. The bell rings. On the rebound, it comes back and launches him out of the steeple. Same thing. Guy dies on impact. So priest runs down. People are gathered around again, and the same guy's there, and he says, "Father," he says, "do you know this guy?" He goes, "No, I don't. But he's a dead ringer for his brother." Beer and a joke.